This is Casey with Bass Beast. I'm here with Dwayne, the Midwest sales rep for Caymas Boats. And guys, I got to tell y'all something. I've been hearing about Caymas. Obviously, those of you old school fishermen know of Earl Bentz, going back to, you know, Javelin and Stratus and Titan. The man was a world champion boat racer and boat designer and builder. And so when we came here to the Bassmasters Classic, they had a big setup here of their boats, and I had to climb through this boat and check it out. And let me tell y'all something. They have thought of literally everything in a bass boat. And so Dwayne's gonna take us through this boat and explain all the features on the boat. So we appreciate you taking the time.
My pleasure. Hey, thanks guys. We'll kind of walk through the boat a little bit. One of the things that Earl Bentz has always done with all his boats is performance. The boats have to handle extremely well in rough water, and they also have to perform well, get on plane quickly, but stable and really in rough water. And so that's one of the things. So on the outside, we can go through the hull a little later, but that's one of the big features that we've really built into all the boats today. One of the things that people really like in the aft area of the boat is we've really done a good job with cleaning up the back end of the boat.
Look at the size of this, guys. This is great.
And it's nice and clean. It's very, very open to put stuff. One of the things we've got down here is we've got the trap doors. You'll be able to see the pumps back in there. Super easy access.
Access all your bilge.
Also down in there, you got all your bilge pumps. Again, lifts ups, easy to get at. Built-in charging system, remote drain system. So we make it very, very easy. One of the other things we've done is we've added the trolling motor on-off switch, so it's super easy for the angler if he's on the outside. Can plug in, shut off the batteries. Also have a main switch, but one of the really unique things is we put a jumper in here. So if you run, especially with today's electronics, guys are running 4 electronics on their boats, you can burn up a lot of the battery power. So we've got a jump feature, so you can switch it to jump if your battery doesn't start. Pulls juice from your trolling motor battery to start the engine, so you can get back in.
Absolutely, you won't be trolling motoring back to the boat ramp.
You'll be getting back, and you won't tell your buddy that you forgot.
I had to actually, in the boat I run right now, I had to have one put in, a Perco switch. For that very reason, we died on the water, and I had to troll a motor about 2 miles back to the boat ramp. So y'all are doing this standard in all these boats.
Standard in all the boats.
That's
These are nice little bay boxes you can throw dock lines, stuff that you want, but you don't want to be digging down in the bottom.
Tools, wrenches, whatever.
The other thing that you're going to see on all our boats, we have slam latches.
Oh,
so
that's great.
What you're going to do is when this comes down, if I have, I'm sorry about that, if I have this latch and it hits, it's going to hit that metal bracket. So you're not going to actually chipping your fiberglass.
Right.
That's going to be on all the actual lids themselves.
And man, I noticed these latches are heavy duty.
Yes.
Man, these are solid steel. These are really nice.
Yep.
Really nice latches.
So one of the other things that we've got up in this area is 2 storage boxes on both sides. You'll see that we fiberglass everything. We put a drain in them so you don't, a lot of companies just go straight down to the floor and you got carpet and everything gets moldy.
You got a pad to keep it a little quiet.
Keeps it quiet, stuff's not sliding around. Again, you're gonna come back, got all your slam latches. Everything's gonna be on a power assist so the lids aren't flopping back down on you when you're out in the water. We've also raised a gusset and we've put a huge, huge rubber seal in here, so they're as dry as we can physically make all the compartments.
Yeah, I like that.
So,
excellent.
Also, all our lids are aluminum, and then we reinforce them. So you get a big guy, you don't have to worry. He's not going to feel the deck flexing on him at all. Live wells. This one's going to have twin live wells in it, and what's nice about it, they're big live wells. We run recirculation pumps, oxygenators in there, so you can pull your air. So you can pull the air, and that'll actually keep your fish alive. The other thing that we've got...
How many cubic feet?
That one's a 50-gallon live well.
50 gallon.
And there's 2 of them, one on each side.
Right.
The other thing that we've done that's very unique is we have a high-speed water pickup, which is on the bottom of the boat. And what that does is when you're running, it actually keeps the live wells full. And so what they basically do is they pressurize. It keeps the water coming in so the water can't slosh around.
Oh, so these fill up all the way?
So then what will happen is your fish stay alive because they're not getting beat up.
Right.
And the other thing is you've all been in a boat, you're in rough water, and you get there and all your water's out of your live well and the fish are dead. So in this particular case, we don't have that. We keep that live well full. It keeps it pressurized so the water can't slosh around, and so the fish don't know that you're running through 2 and 3 foot waves.
Let me jump in here real quick, guys. Caleb, one of the things is one of the most, Caleb's filming right now, but he can say this. One of the most frustrating things in my current boat is tripping over the net. What I love about this feature right here is you have a net holder right there, but if you were in a hurry, it fits right here behind the driver's seat. It's out of the way. You're not tripping, bending it, stepping on it, tripping, going up to the deck. I love this feature where this net squeezes in right here. It's not in anybody's way. I just think this is well thought. Like I said, I think it's well thought out.
So a couple other neat things. We have slam latches on these 2 lockers, and what they are is they self-lock. The reason is you're wearing flip-flops, you're out fishing, and your buddy has that, and the lock it's up. You stub your toe, you trip, break a big toe. So they are all automatically going back. This is basically a little day box. You can put your sunglasses, wallet, worms, stuff that you want quick access to.
Sure.
Also, it works as a lid to stand on. Now, the front one up there is actually a built-in cooler. The other thing that's really unique, and I'm short, but you get long guys, you can see how much leg room you've got. It's unbelievable. So if you're a tall person, you got no issues.
And those in those seats,
this is on a slider, so I can adjust it up or down. You also have tilt wheel, and you get your jack plate trim. And
hit that tilt wheel again. I like that tilt wheel feature.
Yeah, so that's really slick.
Yeah.
You know, again, if you're gonna taller, you need to get it up. You got long arms, you get it up so it's comfortable. Again, you get your trim and tilt for the engine, so you can trim while you're running it. You also got the hydraulic jack plate, so you, again, hot foot in there, you can run everything. You don't have to take your hands off the
hydraulic jack plate comes standard?
That is an option.
Okay.
So we do include a jack plate, but with hydraulic is an option.
Okay.
So, and you know, guys that have run a lot of shallow waters, they like it. They keep the boat up on the lane, jack the motor up, and just keep scooting right in.
Yep.
So,
all right. Show us this super cool feature right here.
So one of the things that's unique is on the so we've got cameras built into the live well. So that one is our port live well, and we can actually switch that over. So we literally can actually see the fish and what they're doing.
Open that up, Caleb.
It's the other side.
Oh yeah, put your hand. Port side. Put your hand in there.
So what's unique when we're driving down the lake, we can actually see the condition of the fish.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
Now the other thing is this is going to have on it's got your built-in gauges. So this is basically what they would call a glass cockpit. All your features, your stereo, your gauges are all built right into that unit. And you saw the camera, which you can put on both sides. And it also has an option to add either an auxiliary camera or something auxiliary if you wanted to put it.
How many cameras are on this?
This one's only got 2.
2 in the live well.
Yes, has a function to put 3. So a couple of things you can see, we got 2 12-inch locators, plenty of room. Again, I'm short, no issue seeing around them, so it doesn't.
That's what I like about these seats. All right, we're gonna.
The other quick thing on the seats is the seats themselves actually have a spring suspension system. So if you got a bad back, it's really nice because it actually will absorb in the rough water. It actually absorbs a lot of the bouncing and saves your back. One other thing that we got the helm on this boat. It is an option. You can add it. So one of the things is if you bought the boat and you only got it with a single console, you said later you want to add it, we can rebuild it, or it does bolt into place, so it's also removable. So if you did buy it and you're going to fish a tournament, you don't want that second helm in there, you can actually add it.
Yeah, so this just pops right out.
Yep. So we'll actually run to the front a little bit and show you some of that. We actually, when you stand up here on all the lids, we actually have a second layer of foam in there. So it's very, very comfortable for an all-day fishing. And it's amazing what that will do when you're out in the water all day.
This is so soft.
So that's something that's very unique.
Y'all put some really thick padding on here.
Yeah, so we put a pad on and then we carpet over the top of it.
Yeah.
So 2 positions on the seat. So again, I'm shorter. A lot of times we'll run it up in the front. Obviously the recessed trolling motor plate, again, it makes it so that when you're standing, you don't have all that weight on one leg. It just makes it a lot easier to fish all day.
That recess area is really large too. I like that.
Yeah. Then you've got a tool tray on the other side. The other thing we've done is you all got all the push buttons for all your switches here, and then they also light up. So when you hit them, you know that they're physically on.
Yeah.
All right,
one thing I want to point out, I'm sure he would have gotten to it, is, all right, you anglers, some of you guys love to keep all your tackle in the middle, right? And I get the reasoning behind it. It balances the weight of the boat out, and I understand that. A lot of you guys like that, but this thing is set up where you can run tackle. You can run tackle here, and if you wanted to utilize these rod holders at the top, you could, but every single one of these large boxes up front are designed to hold rods. And even this one next to the day box here is designed, here's your nice big day box, but even this one over here is designed to fit a 7/6 rod. So there's guys out there, I don't keep my rods, I keep my rods in the center. I don't travel heavy. I don't travel with tons and tons of tackle. I fish a lot out of my day box. And so I do that because if I have rods on the deck, it's easier for me to get in and out without my rods flipping up. And so, but they designed this boat to where whatever your style of fishing is, if you love having your rods over here on the sides Caleb's standing on, and those are finished. Right? Yes. Yeah, you can fit on both sides. 8 footers. I mean, guys, I could probably crawl inside of here and take a nap. I mean, this is a big, deep box. And what I love is it has a big well for those rod tips. And those of y'all that have fished out of other boats, sometimes y'all know they have a little bitty small hole where all your rod tips have to go. But that thing is real. I don't know if y'all can see that in the camera, but that is a very, very deep, big rod holder.
Yeah, so we put that on both sides. It allows you to put, 30 plus rods in that box if you want to carry that many. And you can put the tips way up in there. You've got an 8 footer, but if you have a little longer rod, you can actually curl up in the nose, and it'll actually take a little bit longer rod. But there's more rod storage in this boat than 2 anglers need.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's customizable. Yeah. Some guys want to run all their tackle in the center. Well, you have plenty of options on either side. You put your jerk bait rods and stuff that's 7/6 and smaller over here. Put your really, really big swim bait, bigger, big deep cranking, 7-11 deep cranking rod over here. Or like we like to fish, so I'm going to put a lot of my stuff in the middle. Yeah. So I got those options, which I think you guys thinking this kind of stuff through, I just love it. I love the detail that y'all put into this boat. And so let's do one more thing before we wrap this up. I want to go back. I want you to talk about the hull design and what Earl's thoughts were in designing the hull, the pad. We talked about the pad. We talked about the deep V in the front. How does it run in rough water?
So one of the things that we've done is we put a much deeper V in the front of the boat. We're doing that just to handle covering rough water. It'll actually cut through the waves better. But one of the other things we've done with today's boats, when you look on the back, you got power poles, you got pumps in the back, you got 5 batteries back there, you got a heavier motor than what typically we've had in the past with 4 strokes. So we put a bigger pad on the bottom of the boat so that it'll actually get up on plane quicker, and it'll actually stay on plane at slower speeds. The nice part about that too is the boat is very responsive to trim. So when we're in rough water, we can get that nose up a little bit, so we're actually cutting through the waves, where a lot of our competitors don't have that accessibility. They just don't trim very well. They're usually bow heavy, and they'll actually spear waves, and they give you a much rougher wide. The other thing is you can kind of see on the back of this boat where the C is, we have a pad that kind of comes out, and then it curls back up. What happens is that little notch works as a trim tab. When you take off, the water hits that and it forces the back end of the boat up. So we get on plane a lot quicker. The other thing that does is when we're on plane and we slow down and the boat comes down, the water catches underneath there and it lifts the back end or the stern of the boat up so that we don't have that big black backwash coming over the back of the boat. So another interesting thing that we've done. Plus, we've widened the boat a lot. You look at a lot of boats, they narrow them up in the back. We keep it wide because we want that stability to carry all that additional weight.
The beam on this is 96 inches. Guys, I'm telling y'all, I'm standing on this thing. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, you're up here flipping. You got a guy over there on the other side wants to be flipping over there, or a guy standing right. I mean,
Yeah, one of these
you could have 4 guys on this flipping and fishing.
And you'll notice we left the recess just a little bit on the deck is down slightly lower. A lot of people like that because they have that safety. They feel it with their feet, so they don't feel like they're going to fall over.
Right.
Or some of them have put that deck up on the top. They run a little narrower boat. They put the deck all the way out to give you a bigger platform. But people step off from it. They fall out of it. They really don't like it.
Again, what I love about this a little bit higher gunnel is if you do like loading up your stuff over here on the right or the left, and let's say you have 5 rods on this side and 5 on this side, and you go to raise this, they do have a gap here, a gap right here where your rods could run.
Yes.
But with a higher gunnel, I'm not worried about flipping. I'm not worried about flipping my high-end Shimano and my $300 rod into the lake when I raise the lid up. So I think that's a really great feature as well. Yeah, you guys have done a fabulous job. Now, I got to ask you a question. Because I know a lot of guys are going to write in and want to know about this. I know Earl's got a long history with Mercury. Could you get a Yamaha?
Yeah, we actually package Suzuki, Yamaha, Mercury.
Okay, good.
So we've got all the brands available here. Brand favorite, we package with them. We also package Humminbird, Garmin, and Lowrance, so we can get you any type of electronics package, trolling, whatever you'd like.
That's great.
So,
is it basically close to the same if you run a 250 show versus a Mercury?
They're very, very comparably priced.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Same with the electronics.
Yeah, they're very, very close. I mean, you're talking a few $100s one way or the other.
Okay.
So it's more the preference, what you grew up with, and what you like. So
yeah, and I love this feature here. You got the handle. They put. Oh, we didn't talk about this. I want to talk about this really quick, guys. I love the fact that they put this. Is it C-Deck? Would you call this C-Deck? What would you call this?
It's like C-Deck. It's actually not C-Deck. C-Deck is a brand, but it's a foamed polyester, very, very durable, easy to clean. Plus, we also put drains in the corner. What's nice about it is when it gets wet, it dries out immediately. The other thing is it's super easy to clean. It doesn't show the wear and tear as coming.
Guys, I love it, and I don't know if I'm supposed to say this yet, and so I'm not making any promises because I don't work with Caymas, but these right here, these fiberglass boxes, they're working down the road. I can't say when, a couple years, 3 years. There's a potential for a Caymas to come out with this type of C-Deck, this type of foam over the entire deck of the boat. Is that correct?
Yeah, we are working on it. Right now there's no release date on it, but we are working on, obviously it doesn't work with aluminum lid, so we got to go to a fiberglass lid to make that type of flooring work.
Yeah, I just want to thank Dwayne.
Hey, my pleasure. Thank you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video and for you guys to stop in and look at the new Caymas boat. And the other thing is, I'll tell you, the proof's in the pudding. We tell all our, everybody says they make a great boat. And then everybody today that's in business does. But really, when you go out and you drive our competitors and you drive a Caymas, it's over.
An important thing that you mentioned to me as well before we wrap this up, y'all's dealership network is expanding rapidly.
Yes.
Because I know one of the things that I run into where I live is finding a good, if there's a warranty issue or whatever, and I want something serviced or whatever, making sure I have a good dealer network, dealer close by. Y'all's dealer network's expanding rapidly.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that we're in the process of doing, we're actually building a 100,000 square foot bigger facility right now. We hope to be in that in August. So right now we have 80,000 square feet of manufacturing with about 40,000 of engineering. We're actually going to have 180,000 or just under 200,000 square feet of manufacturing for all the boat brands. So we're adding dealers all the time because now we have capability of building more boats.
Excellent. Dwayne, thank you so much.
Hey,
I appreciate it. Here at the Bassmasters Classic and checking out this awesome Cayman boat, guys. If y'all haven't been through one, the only thing we haven't done yet is been on the water with one, but from what I hear, these things ride super smooth, and I think they're doing an unbelievable job. Earl Bentz, I think, hit another home run. Appreciate you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks, guys.